All right, Inglewood, Cali, Chi-Town, we should be live now. Silverbacks in the building. Another edition of Mouthpiece included. We got Vince R. McMahon and the R's for rape, allegedly. The leader of the WWR, or is it the WWE? This is what we're covering today. He's got some other allegations as well. But oftentimes, when these billionaires come under fire, they got one of us out in front of the cameras so that we don't pay attention to everybody that's under fire. That's what we're covering today. Of course, here on Mouthpiece Included, it's an open panel. You can always pull up. We dropped the link in the chat. It's pinned in the chat. But if you do pull up, don't forget to bring your mouthpiece. Do not forget to bring your mouthpiece. Got some great hot topics as well. So stand by. As always, we have every word I say, every word I say. As always, though, we have some pregame business to take care of. And like, share, subscribe. Let's get them in the building. Let's get them in the building. Today's Thursday, and we live. We are live in living color. All praise be to the ancestors. Yes, sir. Big ups to all of you. If you got questions, don't be shy. Pop them there in the chat. We shall address them. Phone lines are open, 424-900-6945. That's 424-900-6945. Phone lines are most definitely open. Let's do it, though.
Of the Copyright Act, Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use.
Thanks.
For purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research.
Thanks.
Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
All facts.
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a gaggle of girls?
The
Okay, I'm at my
Bulls.
local Ralph's, and this happened.
I don't go to church, and I know God understands. I can
Man, where do they keep the honey around here?
Of the Cubs.
Excuse me, you know where the honey is?
Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like
Oh,
a gaggle of
she's
The
out.
Sox.
Who wants she's head?
I don't go to church, and I know God understands. I can stay on my couch because God is a fan.
Bears.
The Bears. Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a gaggle of
The
girls?
Bulls.
The Bears.
I don't go to church, and I know God understands.
buddy.
I can stay on my couch because God is a
The
fan.
Bears.
The Bears. Who are the guys that are the best in the world and make the rest of the team look like a...
Well, guys, let's go to the swimming pool. Let's go take a shower. Let's go water skiing.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
There he is.
Be sure to bring a towel so you don't get all wet.
Facts. Do not forget to bring that towel. All right, Silverbacks in the building. It's time to get this Chanel on the road. TATN. Big show tonight. If y'all don't know the format, we're going to do How About Them Bears. And then we're going to quickly jump into How About Them Bulls. We'll see if we got some Bulls news. Should be some Cubs, Sox, quick hits on deck. We'll see about that from our baseball aficionado, Jackie Robinson West's finest. Then, of course, we're going to jump into the weekly hot topics. We got some awesome hot topics lined up for you today. And we're going to cap it off with the hottest topic of the week, and that's the WWR rape and Vince McMahon. Or is it WWE? WWR? There's some allegations. Whoa. We're talking about some Ben Rapeless Burgers type of allegations. We're not talking about some massages or some statutory type of situations. We're talking about forcible capital R. I don't know if we can say rape here on YouTube, but I hear the news doing it, so I feel like we can do it too. That all being said, our Supreme Court, if he would have made a baby, if these allegations are true, if he'd have gotten her pregnant today, she'd be forced to have his seed. Although, I don't think he'd have to force her too bad, because she'd probably be looking at a big check. That all being said, let's get our resident Silverback in the building. ACE. TATN. What up with it, fool?
Mouthpiece included. TATN.
Oh, yeah.
And what's going on, broski?
Hey, man, another day in paradise, my dude. Another day in paradise, bro.
Absolutely. Enjoying toasty weather here in the Chi. I think we topped out at about 96 degrees today. I don't understand how we're warmer than the places that are always warm.
What was the heat index? Did you have that humidity?
We didn't have the humidity. We just had dry heat today, so it wasn't too bad. So your AC on, your scallywag clothes on, and you were quite comfortable out there. But it was pretty nice. I was at work, so yeah. But then I made it out to the baseball field and fought with the Bugs, and watched the kids play some ball tonight, and everything's all great.
Oh yeah, how the boys looking, man?
Boys, we got a young team this year. We're going into this 12-year-old tournament with a plethora of 11 and 10-year-olds. Next year is going to be our year. But this year, we're going to get some valuable experience and win some valuable games. So it doesn't matter how far we're going to go. But the boys are looking good. They've all gotten bigger, stronger, faster, and smarter this year. So, it's just a matter of getting to that final goal, which would be the Little League World Series. It'll be either this year or definitely.
So are you guys retooling, would you say? Retooling?
Not really retooling. We just don't have the 12s. And this is basically a 12-year-old tournament. We got plenty of 11s that are highly talented, including Deuce. But, as we get out there in those counties, downstate, and Kentucky and Indiana, and, those different areas.
Yeah, you're talking about KK Kentucky and KKK Indiana.
Yeah. We go to regionals or downstate Illinois even. You just want to
KKK downstate Illinois. Oh yeah.
You just want to have some more experience, youths, and hopefully they'll get it this year. And we might make it this year, or we might make it both years. So we're gunning on doing the best we can. These kids have been together for a number of years. They've seen a lot. They've experienced a lot. They won a lot. So we just want to keep it going. Usually the bridge between 11 and 12, we would go with an 11-year-old tournament and, and then progress on to the 12. But, hey, we're going for it. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Everything's good.
Well, if we were doing this about R. Kelly's getting his 30 years and other black folks. You know, this room would be full of people, naysayers.
Yeah. We want to talk
You
about
know what I mean?
30 years. They've been talking about all damn day.
Yeah, but now that we're talking about their God, their Jesus, their master.
Yeah.
No interest. We just like to pile on top of each other.
Yeah, make sure, talk about stuff that we knew the outcome, months ago. What was going to happen? Months ago, you knew it was going to happen. So why engulf your time and brain faculties and talking about it.
Speaking of kills, fool, did you ever watch the documentary?
Oh yeah, I checked in on it. I the piece of theater put together concerning kills.
Yeah, I never watched it. I've been meaning to unpack that. The theater, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. There was nothing new that was brought out. I don't know where the RICO and the racketeering came about.
Yeah, he's facing much more charges in different states.
Yeah,
they're gonna O.J. Simpson him, and even worse, Bill Cosby.
Yeah,
but like you said, but you never know the outcome. He might get an appeal or get out on a technicality or something.
Yeah, no, I don't think he is. I mean, Trump might have let him out, because he wanted to perform at one of his golf clubs or something. But I don't think Biden's going to help him out.
Well, if Kells is guilty of everything that they said, he deserves jail. But second of all, Trump doesn't think anything that any of the allegations against R. Kelly is wrong. And in my opinion, he probably racketeering. What's wrong with that?
Right. That's part of being rich. They call it maneuvering. Some call it maneuvering. Some call it racketeering. So
Yeah, they call it good business. If I was the Don, I would. If I got back in office, I would pardon R. Kells just to put a big, finger up at America.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He would probably need a Johnny Cochran to get him out of this in court, but
yeah, or whoever represented what's his face, because
Michael Jackson.
It was my understanding that they had no evidence. It's a bunch of word versus word allegations.
Yeah, but you got a federal indictment and Kells, and that's all they needed.
Right. It's just weird, man. Like with all these other people in these cases we're going to discuss tonight.
Right.
Word versus word with no kind of evidence, and physical evidence and stuff.
Yeah.
Or witnesses. You got a bunch of hearsay. And
I mean, even the Epstein chick only got 20 years. And I think
Juice Lane. Juice Lane, however you say it.
Juice.
Yeah.
Juicy Epstein only got 20 years. And I think what they were doing was much more heinous than
and more prolific.
Right.
Yeah, ruining lives. Yeah.
I mean, they were doing it without any caution or any inkling of being, real human beings. These people were monsters. And the first guy, Epstein allegedly kills himself, and this young lady gets 20 years, and she was the madam of everything that was going on.
Allegedly, she's going to do 20 years. They might walk her in there and give her the plastic surgery or one of those fancy masks, and she walks right out the back door, and retires on the island? Because she's got a lot of names too.
Yeah. So that that's how I know that Epstein is on his island somewhere. I mean, it's probably the same damn island he was raping all the youths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, lining them up to be hard by other business people who all swept up under the rug. It was just him now. And Juice Lane. Yeah, it's all over. Right. All right. So let's we'll get to that, but let's push on. Let's see here. Today's topic is going to be the WWE, or should we say WWR, and Vince McMahon. There's some allegations, and some more recent allegations that he paid off a few people, a la Big Bill Cosby, the hush money. So, but Big Bill.
I'm talking about Vince McMahon. I mean, he brought this thing up from the mud, so I'm sure he lost his mind somewhere in there and had a few allegations that were true.
With the steroids and the cocaine and the liquor. But we'll get there though. You got any Sox Cubs banter? As I pull up these standings.
Yeah, they stink. I think the Sox lost like 5 of the last 6 or 6 of the last 7. I really don't even pay attention to the Cubs anymore. I mean, it's hard. It's tough. I'm watching the kids now. I enjoy pulling up to a park and either seeing my kid or some other young youths out there playing free baseball. But I don't, until they make some changes, the Cubs need half a new roster, and the White Sox need, half a quarter of a roster and a new manager. So, until they make those changes, there's no reason to watch that.
Well, your Sox right now are in 3rd place in the AL Central. They're 35-39, 473 winning percentage, 5.5 games back, 4-6 over the last 10, 16-21 at home, 19-18 on the road. What's with our teams? They can't win the damn home games.
Yeah, they're doing the booger sugar or drinking or whatever they're doing.
No Pepsi, Coke.
When they have some Coke and a smile, whatever they're doing at home. Come on, you can't win at your home field. I mean, that's how your team is supposed to be built.
Right.
It's to take advantage of your home ballpark.
All up in your farm system. There's supposed to be players that can take advantage of your ballpark.
Yeah, none of that. So they're just out there winging. Hopefully they have a good season.
Hopefully we can keep hitting these long balls to chicks dig so much.
Yeah, but by the time you get to the that play-in game, the participation game for the playoffs.
Yeah.
You
playoffs? You kidding me right now?
You don't have any pitching.
Well, I'm sure the Cubs will take their record because the Cubs are next to last place. They're 29-46 with a 387 winning percentage, 13.5 games back, 4-6 over their last 10, 14-26 at home, and 15-20 on the road. They're not built to win anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, they stink. They got to bring Theo back, rebuild it again. Give him the truckload of money that I guess he wanted before he left it. It had to be money, you were succeeding, so why would you leave it then?
Well, supposedly he's one of those guys like I was like that with my video games. Once you build the empire, it's no longer fun. The fun is building it and putting it together. You know
I got you. I understand.
Yeah.
Put that thing together, and you took it to the top. And
right.
You want to leave it to somebody else to destroy it. That's what he did.
Right.
So he's going to go build, take his ball and play somewhere else and get something else done. But,
and get a shitload of money. I'm not discounting your original.
Yeah. That's definitely going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Get more money and you get to rebuild. And if you don't rebuild it, Ace, you ain't lost nothing.
you've already done it twice. So,
Right.
You got to put it on the players then.
Right.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, both of these teams are, it's hard to watch. And then they both want to play on their own damn networks and charge you a premium up the rear end to watch this terrible product out. Who the hell wants to watch a team playing 300 ball on their own damn network?
300 ball. Hey, you guys, the phone lines are open, 424-900-6945. I need to double check that. 424-900-6945. Yeah, the phone lines are open, so feel free to call in. Also, we did pin the link in the chat. If you do got something to say, you can pull right up and say it, or you can call in, or you can type it in the chat. This is designed to be interactive. This is Mouthpiece included. Don't forget your mouthpiece when you pull up. All right, Self-Love Show is a kinder, gentler show. We don't debate. We let you come out and espouse whatever you want to espouse. But on Mouthpiece included, there may be some back and forth.
Yeah.
Right. May tend to be some back and
forth. But we
don't
want to hurt your feelings. It might help.
Yeah, we can't control how you feel about yourself. All right. All right, so all right, let's move on from them because they're bums. All right, and you made your point. How about them Bears? I think we covered the scapegoating of Cedric of Lovie Smith. I think we covered that last week. But you got any news out of camp?
Hey, they're still high on this. The safety we got out of Sandusky University. They're counting on him revitalizing our other safeties.
This is the R show, y'all.
Our other safeties, I guess that falls right into the thing. Our other safety's career, since he was succeeding. Eddie Jackson succeeded the last time we had a Sandusky University safety who eventually went on to the Packers, Adrian Amos. But this Jaquan Brisker kid, they're looking for him to do pretty much the same things as Amos. Or even better, because of course he's younger and he's making less money.
Oh yeah, they're saying that guy's a dog, but I mean, without pads, everybody's a dog without pads.
Well, I mean, he's making the plays. The guy that the cornerback who was drafted before him, who they were so high on. He's had a couple soft tissue injuries, so they're scaling back on him. But they're
shutting him down for the season. Shutting him down for the season.
We're just trying to get him ready for training camp and hopefully to start the season. But yeah, every pundit on offense and defense is saying that this is the worst team in the NFL. I don't know where they get this crap from. When there's, I mean, come on, there's teams who play much worse than them, even with the Coach N-word as the coach last year. Now we got a coach, an offensive coordinator, a scheme for our quarterback, and we got some players out there that want to prove themselves. So, I don't know where that crap comes from, but I guess these writers and guys.
It's just a general hatred for the city of Chicago. It's been going on for years. They do it in rap, they do it in entertainment, but when we do break through, even the people in L.A., Chandra Rhimes, we can go on and on. They're all Chicago people. When you start looking at the D Wades and I mean their job is to hold us at the Kanye West, the Brat, whenever we do it the best right out of the city of Chicago. Right. But they want to keep their knee on our necks, even our own people. They talk bad about the Bulls all the time. They don't give us our credit we deserve. If you look at the age of the Bulls and the number of chips we got, it's right up there with the Lakers and Celtics as far as percentage of chips versus number of years that you've been in existence. Yeah. It's right there. But they don't acknowledge any of those facts.
Yeah. They want to talk about Michael Jordan giving money to the kids.
No.
To not giving enough of his money away. Like what are the rest of these damn owners doing?
Yeah, not trying to end up broke because some slick talking money managing banking type comes around and tells you to give all your money to his foundation so he can spend your money and smoke it and do the booger sugars.
I'm gonna make you look great.
Yeah.
I am great. I'm about $5 billion behind, based on what the NBA should have gave me from taking taking
and
the
Nike.
league from, and Nike from taking the league from getting free tickets at the liquor store to a global market. So I mean,
them some good days. Free tickets at the liquor store.
Yeah, you want to go to a Bulls game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna army, are you? You know what I mean? This is the same theme. You know. All right.
Yeah, I got something for free. Come behind the counter and get it. No, thank you.
Unless you got some more Bears, bro, we can jump to the Bulls. Speaking of the Bulls, I didn't have much came out of camp from the Bears.
We stepped back on the offensive line. As far as the projections, we thought of the guys that would be playing. We had this big guard, Dixon, who went out of training camp on a stretcher and found out he's out for the season. Tore his knee up. So
non-contact drills.
Yeah, we can just write him off. Write him off the team. He won't be part of the roster and shit. And with Tevin Jenkins, who they messed around and put at left tackle, who's a natural right tackle. Now they want to put him back to right tackle, and they're not sure if he's going to start. Number 1 draft pick by Pace, and screwed over by N-word. Plus, he's got the back injuries, but his back was hurting when he was coming out of college.
Right. He was one of those. If we can just
we're gonna upside
get his back, the worst injury ever. If we can get that. First of all, you don't draft a guy named Tevin. I mean, he's probably named after Tevin Campbell, and that should tell you something. I have to do the math and look at it, but that should tell you something about the parents and how he was raised. We don't talk about the kids, but we do talk about the parents here.
We talk about the parents in this instance.
You're damn right. Tevin.
He made it to the league with a back injury. He got drafted by the Bears.
Yeah, nobody else was going to take that chance on him, because we never have enough high picks. We always are in a point of desperation. This guy would have been a number 1 draft pick had he not blown his back out and had 2 arthroscopic knee surgeries when he was 6. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
He's played well for the last 6 months. I think he's turning the corner.
Look at him. He's walking. Give him some gum. Give him the gum. He's walking and he's chewing gum.
Let's get him in with the strength and conditioning coaches, and they'll fix him right up. That's what we pay those guys for.
Right. Let's blow a 2nd round pick on him. If you're gonna do that, you might as well go out and get Nick Foles. All right. So Bulls. I don't think there's any. Your boy still ain't signed. I told you, bro. I told you.
Free agency started today, 4:00.
What do you mean? He couldn't have signed before then?
Technically, no. Technically, no. Allegedly.
All right. So free agency started at 4:00. He hasn't signed a max offer. I'm sorry, this offer's off the table, bro. How long? I mean, seriously. You think of yourself as a businessman, right? You're offering somebody the most money that they can make in your industry, and they're telling you, I want to send my resume to other people. I got a headhunter. I want to go talk. I want to be courted. If you don't get your ass out of my office and never come back.
The Bulls might be putting an offer together for Kevin Durant to the Kevin and Kyrie. They're going to trade. They're going to trade this clown and somebody, Nick Foles, to Brooklyn before we can get KD.
All right, so Nick Foles and Levine to Brooklyn for KD and Brooklyn would be dumb not to do it. Yeah. Because then they could, option the rights to Nick Foles to their football club.
Absolutely.
He can be a right away first day 1 starter.
Absolutely.
Right. Easily.
Yeah, it's just sports management. That's what that is. So we might throw somebody else. The kid. Oh, we can throw in the number 1 pick we just got from Arizona. The kid who averages 8 points a game. So we got
our new draft pick. Yeah, the one.
Yeah. Dallin. Hot fire. Spit that hot fire.
Well, we're going to talk about that. Those are our second hottest topic. These one and dumbs. And the dumb is not a reference to these players coming out. The dumb is a reference to the people drafting them. We're calling it one and dumb here on Mouthpiece Included. But again, if I'm the player, I'm coming out.
You're damn right I'm coming out if you're going to give me a check.
And I can go to school on Zoom, and you know what I mean? Right. I can be, you don't even have to work out no more. You know what I mean? Yeah, soft tissue. Shut me down. And we shut him down, coach's decision, because he needs to finish school.
Yeah, I can't.
You're going to start hearing that, Ace. We shut him down so he can finish school and focus on his degree.
His degree. Listen, basketball team doesn't work out. What? You just drafted this guy in the first round, number 7.
If he wanted to focus on his degree, he should have stayed in right. All right. But it's coming. Watch, I'm telling
you. Yeah. Absolutely.
The player's going to negotiate that.
Yeah.
All right. But you got any? Okay. So free agency just started. Any besides Nick Foles? Any moves?
I mean,
that the Bills are looking to make?
No, they're talking about getting this guy out of San Antonio, Gallo, for like $7-8 million. He's a shooter or something. They're gonna get him if San Antonio waives. So we're looking for a player to get cut so we can pick him up. I mean, these players got to be some damn where, man. Apparently they're not in the G League. We can't draft them, and free agency isn't working out either. So gonna take them off the scrap.
We can't bring these people into the house that Mike built.
Isn't that crazy?
I hear these young players talk about, I want to play in Madison Square Garden and I want to play in Staples. You don't want to play where Michael Jeffrey Jordan played. That doesn't inspire you at all.
I'd play. Can I get number 23.5? How about that?
Right. I mean, Ace, I'm saying not even to be a bull. Like, if you get drafted for Utah and they say, man, where do you want to play? What stadium? One of the first words out of my mouth would be like United Center, man. I want to play in the shadows of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, okay.
And Scottie Pippen.
I don't know if he's still an ambassador for the team. They kind of hush on no Tip and Pippen lately. But I don't understand. I don't know why they can't get anybody here. Now we changed the guard packs conundrum there and brought in the Russian to lead the squad to freedom.
Is that the Russian that was coaching LeBron?
I don't know where the hell he came from. He was I don't know where he came from. No, he wasn't coaching. He was a scout or GM somewhere else. Yeah. They were desperate to get rid of guard packs. Yeah.
I guess he promised that he was going to be able to get us some of those people from those shithole Eastern European countries. You know what I mean? He can get us a pipeline of those shithole countries, get us the next, what's his name, plays for Dallas?
Luka.
Yeah. He can, he can get us a pipeline, Yeah.
That works. I think they drafted somebody last year from one of those shithole countries.
He's in the G League. Yeah.
Oh, he's in the G League?
Yeah, they got one of them in the G League. They're supposed to be high on him, but he's in the G League. So,
he can't make it out of the G League.
Yeah, it doesn't add up. They say he can't defend anybody in the NBA.
Did Luka go in the G League and then come to
No. He came straight to the league and put up points.
Oh.
All right. But I still think Luka's probably 40. When they come from these shithole countries, they mess with the numbers and they try to say they're 19 when they're 25. You know what I mean? Luka is not as young as they say he is.
They get those contracts till they're about 20, 27. Then everything started breaking down. I mean, his body is.
You see his back, right. Because he's 30. This is what I'm telling y'all. They be like, "Oh, he plays so mature," because he's 30.
It's prematurely great.
Yeah. Right. You know what I mean? The doctor had to get him some Viagra, for the weekend.
Just to meet the media. So, I haven't heard any good news from the Bulls. They're still bantering about this Zach LaVine thing. So, dude, it's 4:00 today. You got to have a contract signed by the morning, or the trade got to be kicked in by the afternoon.
Or the money's off the table, so we can use all of this money to pursue a free agent.
But it's a different NBA. They feel like they have to give this guy a max contract if he stays with the Bulls.
Listen. You don't. It's not your option. He doesn't have a player option this year.
Okay.
No, he doesn't. He's a free agent.
Well, send him and his bum knee out of town.
Right. Exactly.
Go ahead.
No, when he shows up, I'd have the contract all there ready for him if he's past my deadline, and drop it right in the goddamn shredder. And call 12 on him and his agent. Get him out of here. You got to, you know what I mean? You got to do stuff like that so they can remember you. Videotape it for YouTube so it can go viral.
Man, Bulls are true negotiator. Just watch the utter terror come out of his face as his contract just
goes in the shredder.
Goes right in the damn shredder.
And Ace, after the papers come out into the shredder bin, spray a little lighter fluid on it and light that. There's your future, you dumb son of a bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why not? I mean, they struck gold with DeMar DeRozan last year.
Correct.
Why the hell we got to keep this guy with the bum knee? He's going to have surgery next year again, too.
He's going to be shut down all next season. Correct. So and the season after.
Yeah, so why don't just get rid of him, man, and get somebody else in. I already know his basketball IQ is low.
And he's acting finicky. He's like the 7-piece Ace that's 6-piece at the party carrying on like a dime piece because it's 2:30 in the morning. And all the dime pieces already went home.
Yeah. Well, not realizing that, hey, we don't need no dime at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Get your ass out of here.
Right. And speaking of our show, if you ain't out of here in 5 minutes, there's nothing I can tell nobody to do. You know what I mean? Right. You're a 6 at best. I feel like I'm channeling my man. What's his name? He just passed.
I digress.
What's my man name? The YouTuber who just passed? We did a show on him too. Kevin. Kevin. Yeah, Kevin. Can't think of his name. Kevin Samuel. Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin Samuel.
Rest his soul. Yeah. All right. Let's move past this because I don't want anybody calling me Kevin Samuel. Rest his soul. Yeah. All right. All right. So now, is Sha'Carri still Shachiefin?
I mean, she's got to be. As young as she is, I know athletes use it as a form of pain.
Yeah, that's CBD though. They pull all the shit that gets you high out of there.
Oh, they're not getting dime bags out of Compton.
Yeah, no, they normally, the athletes. But I hear you. She's got to be doing not just chiefing, like you say, allegedly Michael Jordan used to smoke a little here and there. I'm sure it was the league smokes, but it's how much you're smoking on those lungs out there.
Yeah, I mean, and you're using your wind and body and motion.
If you're smoking blunt after blunt, she's probably rolling up the backwoods that these kids use. You know what I mean? You know, because you figure, what's his name, the big Jamaican?
Usain Bolt.
You know Usain Bolt smoking with a name like that.
Yeah.
But he's probably rolling the spliff, man, in the natural, you know, banana leaf or something like that, you know.
Yeah. Rolling on a tree.
Yeah, but that
tree.
Yeah, but that backwood is tobacco.
Yeah. So the tobacco and the training once a week, it doesn't lead to any wins. I mean, how do you go from world-class speed to finishing dead last?
I'll tell you how. Steroids. Can we say, allegedly, can we say that?
So you think they started testing her for the wacky tobacco and she had to cut the steroids out?
Probably use it up to a point, and then, you know, once you start breaking records, you're on that radar.
Yeah.
And your team tells you, we can't do this no more.
You're going to have to start training. Can't do it.
You have to quit. But the reefer wouldn't let her quit. You know what I mean? She set her alarm for 5 a.m. to get out there and start training. There it is, 10:30, and she got a half a blunt left. You know what I'm saying?
Should I smoke it when I get back, or should I smoke it now? Well, we saw the results at the last race.
Well, yeah, and that's the point I'm making. And she don't even be running. Like, okay, I understand losing against the top 3 or top 4, but you losing to everybody, man.
Yeah.
Ace, I could come in last right now in one of those races.
You're damn right I can come in. So whatever contract you guys want to put together for me to run out there with your brand new tennis shoes, and I can listen for the gun to go off. All right, I got out to
Was that a blunt in your mouth as you were running? You damn right it was.
You're saying it's not okay. It's legal in my state.
That's right. That's right. You're damn right it was. And it's helping me kill the pain. But Sha'Carri, you know, we backed you. We did a whole show on you, and we still got your back. She was showing some signs, bro. And I said on the show, I was like, because she made that statement, she must have been high. She said she was going to come back and defy all the naysayers, but she's steady getting walked.
Yeah, it's over.
All right. And I think it might be more so, you know, I don't want to be a typical dad type and blame the boyfriend, but I bet she's got some kind of reefer smoking pothead boyfriend who ain't ever ran track or nothing and knows how to tell her to sit around on her ass, just smoking, roll up another one, Sha'Carri, and shut up. You know what I mean? And she's getting the vitamin D and, you know, don't know how to act no more.
The contract's going all the way through to the next Olympics. I mean, if they drop you then, we'll figure
it out. Boyfriend don't care. He's milking this thing. He's probably got 2 others on the side. He's milking this thing for everything he can get out of it. Yeah. Check the boyfriend.
Look to Sha'Carri.
Yeah. All right. So let's. All right, Ace. Let's push past it. Major League Baseball. This is in your arena.
Yeah.
There's a pitcher, Busty Bus Scott Apple. He got called up after 9 years in the minors, so big ups, congrats. You know, I know that's a journey, and he stuck it out.
Yeah.
But this guy's a former #1 overall draft pick.
Wow.
Why isn't Stephen A. Smith and everybody talking about this guy?
I don't know. Maybe he's the son of a captain of industry, or maybe, you know, raped somebody down there in the minor leagues. That's why he couldn't get up to the, you know, to the show. You never know.
Well,
I mean, not making light of
R, but that's the show. No, but
stuff happens.
Ace, this guy's got a 5 ERA, higher than 5 ERA in AAA. Like, it's every level, he's got a 5 ERA. You know.
So he should have been out of baseball.
Right.
There's no way you can take a 5 ERA into the show and you're going to succeed. That means, you know, they figured you out down in single A, double A, triple A. You get to the show, you should be throwing batting practice.
I was just about to say he's a batting practice pitcher. That's $70,000 to $80,000 a year, and sign me up for that. You know what I mean? They said that you can make $70,000 to $100,000. Also, them catchers too, Ace. That's 6 figures too. Those what do you call them? Where they pitch and warm up? What do you call that?
Bullpen catchers.
Yeah, the bullpen catchers. Yeah, that's 6 figures, bro.
Yeah.
Knowing what I know now, I tell my kid, listen, at minimum, you can be a bullpen catcher. That is 6 figures.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And man, and you get time off every year, you can get you another job, and you're going to be investing that money.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can't be too proud to do that. Call me Major Leagues. Man.
You live a good life. Yeah.
Yeah, you can live a good life, and you be knowing the baseball players and hanging out with them. You know, you probably be the plug. Yeah, I got your bag of pills here. Yeah.
You need those roids. You need some more booger sugar.
Yeah. You got probably a case of Coke. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah. All right. That's probably what they do too. So, but yeah, Ace, why do these guys get to go? Do you think if this guy was colored, A, do you think he'd still be in the league? And B, do you think we'd be, Stephen A. Smith would have made him an everyday name by now?
Stephen A. Smith would never talk about him because he's not melanated.
Yeah.
And there's no way a colored player will last 9 years
with a 5 ERA.
Yeah.
With never being called up. You're right. At the pay he was getting as a former number 1 overall.
Yeah. Not as a pitcher. Because, there's, in baseball, it's like in every sport, you're looking for a player's potential upside, going from single A ball to double A to triple A. Now, if his ERA went from like maybe 2.5 to 3, and he's at 3.5 in AAA, you might want to give him a cup of coffee in the show. But that'd be
delusional.
Hard pressed.
He's delusional. In 9 years, he could have taught himself how to play shortstop. He'd have had pop on that arm. You know what I mean? Maybe he could be in the outfield somewhere, in right field, with a nice solid arm.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of pitchers convert over to field
positions. Yes.
Yeah, and the other way around also. If a guy's got a super strong arm and he's accurate, and they can teach him how to throw strikes in the show, yeah, he can convert over to a damn pitcher. But it doesn't happen often, but it does happen. But
they said Babe Ruth taught himself how to hit. He was a pitcher first.
I can believe that.
Yeah.
But
he wasn't a slugger.
Plus he was melanated. But for them to carry this guy for 9 years, even though because he was a number 1 draft pick.
Babe Ruth wasn't melanated. What the hell are you talking about?
It's alleged.
Well, that's true. That's true. It is. That is true. Oh my God. We gotta get self-love on the show. He's gonna love this. But yeah, you're right though. I did hear that. Yeah. He's at least mixed.
Yeah. So
that's just passing. Yeah. Because he had love for the Negro leagues too. He had love for all those players.
Those his cousins.
Flappy Flapson and yeah.
That's a page. Hank, Cameron Gibson, Jackie Robinson, all those guys that were playing in the Negro leagues, making nothing, barnstorming, getting ran in by the owners of the team, just getting pennies on the dollars to go out there and
pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, by the owners of, well, just same as the major leagues. Owners are making all the money and the players are entertaining, and as far as the Negro League, I mean, they're still trying to get paid. So I don't know. Let's go back to that. You got the major leagues coming out maybe a year or two ago, recognizing the stats of the Negro League players, or as far as major league stats. But they went that far, but they won't go as far as saying how they destroy these leagues to keep the major leagues going, and these guys never got paid.
Never got paid.
There's a Negro League museum in Kansas City that a lot of kids are able to go see. But
were those Negro League teams owned by Negroes, or were they owned by the Pinks?
Majority of them were owned by Negroes, shiesties individuals, the record producers. Funeral
We get you a
parlor.
Cadillac and a brand new baseball mitt.
Yeah, you know, the number runners, all those different people that had money, and they all they, to make money, all they do is put some teams out there in this stadium that they owned.
Right.
And you open up a stadium and you got fans in there, you're gonna make money.
You getting concessions and then you're advertising whatever your business is. Yeah.
So it just matter what was negotiated between the players and the owners, if they're on a salary or they're getting part of the gate, which more than likely they weren't.
No, they was getting a Cadillac and a new baseball mitt.
A Cadillac and a baseball mitt.
Now, I'm sure your top players were getting more than that, but.
Yeah, but they all still aspired to get to the major leagues now, especially after Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier.
Okay.
They weren't saying we're making plenty of money here. There's no way.
Right.
Major League Baseball.
Right.
So it is what it is. Blackman. We got to do better.
So Busty Bus, Scott Apple. Next week I'll come back with some stats as to how he did in his major league debut. And the only reason he got called up is because everybody got hurt. Something like that. Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't come up for the Sox. Or the Cubs.
All right, well, we're going to move on. We got one and dumb. So just wanted to briefly go over this NBA draft phenomenon. These cats coming out, they're playing like, some of them played no high school senior year because of COVID. And then they didn't start in college and went to a college and came off the bench, 6th, 7th man. Didn't take their teams to a chip, didn't hit a game-winning shot, nothing. Just practiced every day. And then now they're being drafted in the first round of the NBA draft. You had any issues with that? Is this a problem?
Make them lottery. We should make the whole damn first round lottery. Damn it, because you're just rolling the dice every year picking these guys. When's the last time? What was the last time you had a person that was coming out of college and was like, man, can't wait to see this guy on the pro level.
Man,
it had to have been Zion, and we're still waiting on his career.
Yeah, had to be Zion. Had Zion, played at least one more year in college, he probably have been, less prone to injury. It's hard to say. But yeah, it was Zion. You're right. It was Zion. I would, I talked to you about this, as an owner. I'm not saying as a league. You had a great solution for the league, but if I'm an individual team owner, listen, I'm not taking none of those guys. No. I can sign them on the re-up. Now, because like you said, you're basically playing the lotto. You're hoping that, there's a Kobe Bryant rest his soul in the mix. Nobody can see it. Nobody can figure it out. Yeah. And if this guy just keeps shooting air balls and just works his way through it, and he's going to become Kobe.
His arm's getting strong.
Yeah. Kobe's dad had pedigree. There'd have to be certain metric that I'm looking at, but long of it is, listen, I'm not taking them in the first round.
Yeah,
I'll take those guys in the second round, and I can ship them off to the D League. But how I would run my team, and people would probably hate me for it, it would be like old school NBA. Veterans. Yeah. I got veterans up and down my lineup, damn it. And if you're a rookie or a young player, you extra special before you even touch the court, like them Celtics, old school Celtics. You're right. Mm-hmm. You had to be Larry Legend to get out there early.
Yeah. But, you got these guys, even your pedigree doesn't matter nowadays. The Lakers picked up Pippen's son and Shaq's son. And, they got length and height because of their dads, but
they didn't give you 24 and 10 and 5 in the NCAA for 2 consistent years.
Yeah, no.
Right. They didn't let their bodies mature.
Right. Well, they just don't have it. You're going to get so far because of your name, but if you don't have it, you don't have it. Because when you get out there,
like LeBron's son. You see this guy throwing up on them tweener shots? You gotta watch the highlights of this guy. He don't have it. Go ahead, bro.
But
he don't have it.
When you get these guys out there with these names, Bronny Jr., Shaq Jr., Pippen Jr., when they get out there with those G League guys, those guys that are trying to feed their damn families and
hungry.
Hungry guys.
2 weeks after projects, right?
Yeah, there's no way they can succeed against them. No, absolutely no way. They don't have the hunger and they don't have the talent. So
man, Bronny be throwing up some crazy looking joints, and he still might end up at Duke. And I believe LeBron be promising a state, an endowment or something.
I mean, he really don't promise anything to send Bronny somewhere. He's probably got his NIL agreement set up for next year, wherever he wants to go. They're going to pay him to go there. And the school
it's like 4 big colleges recruiting him.
Absolutely. It's LeBron's son.
They can sell some tickets.
They can sell tickets. LeBron might show up at some damn games. And they
write a check.
They take the scholarship out of the NIL money. So they don't lose anything.
But you had a solution. You said something that the league should mandate.
Yeah, it should go to just one round.
Yeah. And the rest of them go to the G League or something.
G League. I mean, see if you can get picked for the G League. See if you can make a damn G League team. Because most of them won't. Like I just said, these guys are hungry. These guys are talented. If you got a guy that's been playing in the G League for 2-3 years, this kid coming out of college at 19 years old is going to get his ass busted going against these guys.
You tell me these guys have been working 10 hours a day on their game for the last 4 years, probably.
Yeah. So I mean that if that's not motivation enough to stay in college and work on your craft till you can get to the first round, I don't know what it is. That one and done, man. You look back in the early years of the NBA, even when they had those ridiculous 20 round drafts, and they were drafting athletes from different sports.
Yeah.
I mean, it cut it down because there were so many players that they were drafting that would never make the team. But these guys that they were drafting on their teams were 3- and 4-year players. These guys who worked on their craft, worked on their skill, worked on everything. So when they got to this NBA team, they were going to make this team and they're going to stay on this team and they were still going to develop their skills even more. None of that, nobody even cares about that, man. They just want a guy that can shoot between 30 and 40% from the 3-point line.
And then you do all that for him, and then the first contract is up. He's out of there to go play with to go live in L.A.
You want to go live in L.A. Yeah. They deliver.
You know what I'm saying? So you're taking this big risk.
They deliver the Coca-Cola right to his house.
Right. But hey, you're taking this big risk on this kid. Yeah. I'm not saying they should be loyal, but hey, I took this risk on you, developed you, and offered you as much as this next, and your whole story is I want to go play with Bronny, and
I offered you $215 million.
Right.
You said, you want to be courted. You want to go check out
the
teams in LA and see if they got any interest in you.
In my system, you ain't getting drafted. I'm talking about for my personal team.
Right.
It would have to be somebody that's special. The Kevin Garnett's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be dumb now. But it would have to be somebody that I know is special. The one you just mentioned, Zion, I would have took a chance on him. Yeah. The can't misses. But the other ones, he looks good in a uniform. He worked out well, and he weighs 25 pounds. He's 6'8", 25 pounds. Man, second round.
Second round. Undrafted free agent is what it's going to be.
Or undrafted free agent. Correct, bro. I'm saying the ones that I think got some potential, second round. And then, yes, majority of them undrafted free agent, put them in a pool for, like you said, the G League, and everybody pick between that. Other than that, you take your ass to Europe and prove to us that you could play like Lonzo Ball's son did. That and ended, well, not Lonzo's son, but LeVar Ball's son. Yeah. You know what I mean? Proved it and came back and got drafted number 1 and number 2 overall.
Right. And it's not for everybody because, the other son, that's not going to happen for. I mean,
well, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. He went over in China, was stealing stuff in China, allegedly. In China, bro.
Allegedly, I mean, he's still accounting for the shit out of China. You can't be that
any chance.
bright.
He can be bright. Now your girl, in Russia, she's such a phenomenal talent. She doesn't have to be that bright. You know what I mean? But they should have had handlers with her and somebody to handle all the shit. You know what I mean?
I gotta believe she was getting away with this every year for as long as she was playing over there until the war.
She was, but it's still dumb as fuck.
Yeah, absolutely. You're
supposed to have a person for that, Ace. I know they don't make enough money for that person, but come on.
Of course
she's in,
That's why she's in Russia to make that money.
Correct. And you got to have a person. Everybody's got a person who's habitually unemployed, who's got 6, 7, 8 kids, can use an extra, 30 stacks throughout the season. You know what I mean? And all you're going to be doing is taking these minor risks. You know what I'm saying? Traveling and taking a minor risk. You're holding a pistol. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's you. You're that person.
Right. Unfortunately, this is going to land you in jail for 10 years in Russia. At what did they say? A penal.
It could. Nobody would mess with the bum. No. Russia would have let them go because the bum would have had no negotiating worth.
No leverage. No political leverage at all with the United States. Like, we got this bum from over there.
Brittany Griner's bum. Right.
Allegedly, Brittany Griner's bum, who's holding the hash riot. And what are you going to do to get her back? Who? Yeah, let us know when the trial is.
Brittany Griner then does a P. Diddy and pays this bums, for every year you're in the gulag, we're going to give you 20 stacks, 10 stacks a year to your family so they can get some extra commissaries at the local, Cubs food or what have you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I had a Russian thing say that shit. Yeah.
Kids, we're not saying, that you should have this guy, but we're saying if you're going to do dumb shit, pay the guy to do it.
Right.
That's what we're saying. They're hanging around with you anyway, going to the club, turning up, popping bottles,
The 10 crack commandments,
Right.
Unfortunately, they're going to slam Brittany. I know everybody's up in arms and calling the senators and the president, but the guy Putin's going to make an example out of her, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's crazy, and they won't put a mic, and she can't say nothing. She ain't even made a statement. Prisoners of war get to make a statement. She ain't, man. You know what I'm saying? She look like they feeding her though. She getting something on her book. She don't look skinny yet.
Yeah, but they haven't shipped her to the rock cracking pile, the quarries. But once they slam her for these 10 years, she's gonna get back in shape.
And damn, man, free Britney. All right. So Eddie Curry rejects a lifetime deal. They found out, I think he had some sort of heart murmur or something potentially.
Yeah.
And Reinsdorf said they give him $400K over 50 years. Yeah.
All they had to do was take a test.
But his agent told him not to do it because it'll set a precedent.
Right.
Fuck you and your precedent.
Somebody's, you can't teach 7 feet tall, 6'10", whatever the hell he was. So, if he's got a heart
Yeah, he
murmur,
got smaller and smaller. He got smaller and smaller every year, didn't he? He was 7'1" at Thorn Ridge. Go ahead though, bro. Thornwood, I mean, yeah.
And by the time I get to the NBA, it was 6'5".
6'9", 6. Yeah.
Yeah, but he had a couple decent seasons with the Knicks. But he said he had love for the game, so that's why he wouldn't sign a contract such as that, so he couldn't play NBA ball. But if your contract's up with the Bulls and they're gonna offer you $500,000 for 50 to 400,000 for the next 50 years, I mean, you gotta take a look at that.
Yeah, you gotta take a look at that. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. I mean, it might not have been more it might not have been as much in the 40th to the 50th year as it was in the beginning, but let's see, your heart was bad, and they saved your damn life, and you're at home collecting, almost $500,000 a year.
Plus your pension.
Yeah. So.
Well, it all seemed like shortcake to him because that money they was throwing at him when he came fresh out of high school.
Yeah, you're gonna be the next Shaq.
But you got to remember, he ended up. Didn't something happen with his ex-wife or something? That she married the divorce lawyer, and I think it was it. I think it was his. Yeah, she was married. She started messing around with the divorce lawyer. That was the divorce for him, and the divorce lawyer went crazy and killed him.
Oh yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's just bizarre on so many different levels.
Yeah.
You got a law degree, made this money off this divorce case, and you so caught up and lost. I don't know. I don't know the details. I don't know what she did. She had to be crazy though. You know what I mean? Yeah. But rest her soul. Rest her soul.
I mean, I think it was just him. She had the baby, and
Yeah, but when you meet those childhood sweethearts, Ace, you don't know if they see. As people get older, that's why I said these gun laws. You should be 30 before you can buy an AR-15.
Right.
It's cute. It's cute when you're crazy at 13, 14, 15, 12. It's cute. She'll grow out of it. You know what I mean? But then it becomes criminal, as they get older.
Yeah, I can't put any of that on her.
Well, you got to look at the case. It was a lot going on. It was a lot going on. Like, I think she started stalking him. He might have been married, and I'm not putting it all on her, but it was a lot going on, bro. It was a whole thing. Like even Curry was saying that she was taking him through the, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of them be crazy. That's all I'm saying. Rest her soul. She, some of them be crazy, bro.
Yeah, but you can't. Is Drew Peterson divorced?
No, you can't. You sure can't. Yeah, he was crazy too, obviously.
Yeah, especially with a single parent.
Yeah, and you're married, and then you messing around with a client. It's one thing if you were single, but All right, but NFL wants a lifetime ban on Deshaun Watson. They want no less than a year. Watson, his team says that they will appeal any undue lengthy punishment because they're juxtaposing it with how light the owners craft. What's his name? Seinfeld? What's his name in Washington?
Rosenberry, Snyder, Dan Snyder.
Yeah. And others, the Dallas Cowboy owner, they're saying these guys are getting slapped on the hand, and you're looking at a lifetime ban for him. He can't figure out why.
Well, we know why. First of all, they gave him a guaranteed contract, which is against any owner in the NFL's ilk. As far as negotiating contracts, they do not give fully guaranteed contracts to anyone. Now, the fact that you brought in this guy who likes to, get his bum massaged or happy endings or whatever,
that you made this N-word the highest paid player in the league.
Yeah. Yeah. And you fully guaranteed his money, which does not happen in the NFL, in the history of the NFL. It's either a signing bonus with a stupid contract tied to the end of it, or it's it's all monopoly money. But in this case, it was a fully guaranteed $200 million contract, and they had to find a way to get out.
I wonder what the negotiations sounded like. We know that you got these cases up against you. We know that you're facing criminal charges. You got over 30, 40 women saying that you sexually assaulted them when you pulled your Peter out.
Yeah, gee, it wasn't me.
But we're listen, here's a blank check. Hand it to your agent, write any number on there.
All right. And a lot of those $230 million this week.
Do you want it all guaranteed? You know what I mean? That's what they
guaranteed in the lotto, baby. Guaranteed in the lotto, baby.
Okay. Well, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna guarantee it whether or not you ever play it down for us or not.
Yeah, whatever, baby. I'm rolling the dice tonight, baby.
Wait a minute, we're not done.
Yeah, I didn't beat the police.
We're not done.
Beat the police.
We're not done.
Way in my past. Way in my past.
We're gonna guarantee you an unlimited number of masseuse as well, and we're gonna purchase you a big house, and we're gonna guarantee you a starting position if and when you're able to play. Wait a minute, we're not done. That's how the negotiation ended and went.
Yeah. Like, before you can even before you come up with something else, we're gonna sweeten the pot, baby. We're gonna sweeten. Yeah. So yeah.
But the issue we're discussing though is, again, you got billionaires who are owners of these teams, bro. I think that should be bigger news. Even Diesel was saying it. That should be bigger news than what some player who might have came out of the trailer park did at 20, 22. These guys are 60.
Yeah.
Acting like Donald Trump.
But the 20-year-olds don't control the narrative of the news and of the NFL. Mm-hmm. So
they don't have an Adam Schefter on their payroll.
Right. They don't have a guy that they can just type up a story for, go right on his network and read that crap for at least 2-3 weeks straight, however long, the check takes to clear.
Or the guy sending you the story, here's a story they want me to write about your allegations, and then you tell them, no, don't write that. Yeah. Write about this guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's all got to be monetized. But the fact that, Deshaun signed this outrageous contract, but, these are the guys that are going to pay it. These are the guys that are going to get a new stadium if he goes out there and succeeds. These are the guys who are getting the coke delivered and have the tour bus in the back of the stadium, after they win the game. So you're happy to see a brother get paid, but you're sad to see the story and the narrative they put up behind it to take it away. There's no way he's going to play this year.
Yeah, I mean, does the standard only, it's like the way, which we're going to get into next, Vince R. McMahon stepped down from the WWE, yet he's still doing all the creative control. You know how they do that.
Yeah.
But they're not demanding this. The NFL doesn't demand that of their at all. The NBA forced Daniel Snyder out. I mean, not Daniel Snyder. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, Donald Sterling.
Yeah, Donald Sterling.
Yeah,
they forced him to sell, made him a richer man, but still.
Oh, that really hurt. We're going to take this team you bought for $200 million and pay $2 billion.
At your retirement age, when you were about to probably sell anyway.
Wow. Only in America.
Only in America. But how do they justify this, though, Ace? I mean, what I'm saying is, essentially, they talk about the code of conduct, and not making the Shield look bad. How bad can it be when the owners are carrying on?
That's for the damn employees, man. That's not for the billionaires that own the damn team. They give a less than a damn about a code of ethics and honors.
So you're saying my company's sexual harassment policy is not for the what do you call them, the CEO or the trustees? It's for just the everyday layman employee, huh?
Yeah,
the CEO wants to grab him by it.
It's my damn company. I had somebody write that crap for the company. You know, what it all comes down to is how much money I'm making every day. And if I'm making money and that employee does something to mess up my money, yeah, it's a problem. But, you know, if I do it, I can just do the Harlem Shuffle out of there, and the money train is still going to keep going.
Hey, well, his genius lawyer, Watson, because they were talking about a lifetime ban potentially. It was, you know, the media, and they were saying the rumors and behind the scenes, the league wants his head on the chopping block. But once he said, "Oh no, we're going to appeal this and start, you know, throwing more light on," you know, it was a good question, and I bet you, Ace, you know, those owners was like, "Yeah, hey, you know, we'll
give you 3 games. How about that,
man, make it a half year or a year, but we can't. We need this all behind us all. We need this behind us all."
It was a break. All right, well, when you playing for Cleveland, all right, we give you a luxury suite with a free delivery of Coca-Cola to every game you will attend.
And a Coca-Cola whore as well. You know what I mean? All right.
Whores, you can't.
Well, I'm talking about the whores. I'm not talking about the masseuse. All right, but here we go. All right, now we're to our hottest topic, the WWR, the WWE. What does WWE stand for? World Wrestling what?
It's World Wrestling Entertainment.
But it used to be Federation.
Yeah. Somebody else had the copyright to the WWF. And once the value got up there, they eventually sued. Said, this is our moniker. This is when we did this, that, and the other. And yeah, we want it back. So they fought for it for a little while, and then they said, well, hey, we just make it the WWR. You know, who cares? Gives a shit about being called the WWF. They come to see our product. They don't give a damn about 3 damn letters. I don't know. You know, he was right.
Sounds like they stole it.
Oh, well, of course they did.
Yeah.
But, you know, they were able to use it long enough to build their brand. Yeah. And then once they got caught, they just changed it.
Yeah. I'm sure they had to pay something, but I hear you. Yeah. All right. So now we got these allegations. So let me just kind of bring everybody up to speed on these allegations because
alleged
allegations because what's his name? Vince R. McMahon.
Vince R.
Yeah, and the R is for Roethlisberger.
Right.
Yeah, so you had the first. She was the first the first WWF referee. Okay, and her name was Rita Chatterton. She went on the Geraldo Rivera show years ago, and I think this is back in her state. Statute of limitations on rape was, I think, at that time probably like 2 years or something, because she was talking about this 6 years after the allegations, and you know the stat had already run. So, a wrestler who's writing a book is corroborating the allegation. So what she said, McMahon is accused of forcing himself on Rita Chatterton in '86 after she approached him for a meeting about her career. Yeah, I'll talk to you about your career, right?
Step right back.
She was WWE's first female referee, and says he had promised her $500,000 a year. Oh, she should have known.
That was a lot of damn money in '85.
A lot of damn money now for a damn referee in a damn fake wrestling event where it's all scripted. After allegedly raping her, McMahon stopped giving her jobs in the ring, she claims. She went on TV in '92 to make her allegations. He denied it. Let's see. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on. I had a better article.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same old story of the power hoarding team owner, referee or female that he likes in the building. And, yeah, we can talk about your career. We can talk about a lot of things. He's gonna do it back here in this room.
Okay. So, all right, here we go. I found it. This article's better. So, the former wrestler who came out, and he's corroborating it because he wants to sell a book, but he said the story was true. Leonard Inzatari is the ex-wrestler whose ring name was Mario Mancini. I don't know if you remember him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe I'm thinking of the boxer. Boom, boom.
Yeah, you're thinking of the boxer and the booger sugars. Yeah. Allegedly. Mario Mancini. Probably related. He said the allegation made by Rita Chatterton was true. He made the claim to the journalist. He's writing a book called Ringmaster. Chatterton came forward publicly in '92, alleging that McMahon raped her in his limo. She declined to press charges, and the statute of limitations for rape had passed at the time. Intezari said in the New York Magazine at before a WWF show, which is WWE now, Chatterton burst out in tears in front of her. He said Chatterton told him McMahon took his penis out, forced her head down there. He added that she told him McMahon then pulled her on top of him, forced off her jeans, and forced himself inside her. They're talking capital R here.
That's a super R. That's strong arm R.
Yeah, that's Ritzlisberger. So the WWE did not respond to a request for comment from Insider on behalf of the company of McMahon. McMahon's lawyer, Jerry McDevitt, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. See, that's what I think your melanated's got to start doing. Just don't respond. Everybody ignore all the shit.
Yeah, they like to run their damn mouths too much.
Yeah, we talk too much. Everybody in the family's talking. Everybody.
Oh, yeah, I knew he was a rapist.
I was there. And now they're catching cases where they got to talk. What do you mean you were there? You better say something. You're looking at 10 years.
Yeah, how we got a deposition from him.
Yeah. Intezari declined. Then they go out and get a $2 lawyer. You better tell him everything. All right. Intezari declined to comment to Insider. He was willing to take the case, her lawyer said. The lawyer said this. He was willing. Well, she said this about her lawyer. He was willing to take the case, but he knew it would be an uphill battle. It came down that it was my word against McMahon's because I took a shower and did not go to the hospital. She added she was scared, he was powerful, and it was going to be him over me. He's probably on the booger sugar and the steroids, too.
Oh, yeah.
Chatterton had made her claim public on a Geraldo Rivera show. I don't know how I missed that episode, but this was '92, and I was living life.
Yeah, La Vida Loca. 92? You kidding me?
Right, but a show about, full-fledged R's, it was like I would have sat down and, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Geraldo probably buried underneath some safe cracking show and brought her in like 5 minutes left in the damn show.
We'll let you talk if there's time left. Right. All right, so but the WWF didn't comment at the time on the allegations, but McMahon called the accusation false in a lawsuit. McMahon and his wife, Linda, sued Chatterton, Rivera, and members of Rivera's production team after the interview aired, alleging that the defendants were part of a conspiracy The same thing R. Kelly said. It's the R. Kelly defense. Part of a conspiracy to inflict severe emotional distress on the McMahons with the fabrication of a false accusation of rape. The lawsuit was eventually dropped, Reisman reported. McMahon recently voluntarily stepped away from his role as WWE's chief executive and chair amid a special committee investigation into separate misconduct claims made against him and the company's head of talent relations. I have pledged my complete cooperation to this investigation, and I will do everything possible to support the investigation, said McMahon. I have also pledged to accept the findings and outcome of the investigations, whatever they are. Yeah, he's still on the booger sugar. McMahon allegedly continues, in my opinion, I feel. McMahon continues to oversee the company's creative content. His daughter and WWE's brand chief, Stephanie McMahon, stepped in as interim. What a way to quit your job. Your daughter gets to step in and you're still running shit.
Yeah.
The Wall Street Journal first reported earlier this month that the board was investigating payments McMahon made to former female employees, this is plural, some of whom had accused McMahon and the head of talent relations of misconduct. The payments prohibited them from speaking about the agreements, the Journal reported, citing people familiar with the investigation. The inquiry started in April after the board received a tip about a $3 million payment to a former paralegal. She must have been a damn good paralegal. That McMahon was accused of having an affair with. The WWE spokesperson told the Journal that McMahon's relationship with the former paralegal was consensual. McDevitt, his attorney, told the Journal the paralegal hadn't claimed any harassment against McMahon and that WWE did not pay monies to her. So they're just making all these allegations and everybody's just coming after him, and you know what I mean? He's innocent.
I mean, he's the board. So, I mean, what the hell? Yeah, he denies. And, I mean, if he doesn't deny it, it's nobody's business because it's, it's the board's records. So if he says, I didn't pay her because it's more than likely cash or money on the table. I'm sure he didn't write a damn check that said rape payment or sexual harassment payment on it. So come on, man. We know what these guys do.
Well, the writer of this article, quick sidebar, never said, and we reached out to the lady who allegedly got the $3 million and she refused comment. Where's the journalistic integrity where they at least, try to reach this person for her side?
Yeah. I mean, he's trying to sell a book. He's got one source for his story. No one he can corroborate it with, except for Vince McMahon. And what the hell do you think he's going to say? Gloria
Allred at this point could go out and put a newspaper article out. Anybody who knew Jim R. McMahon and who was sexually assaulted by him, call me at this number and we can get you a bag of money.
Well, I mean, she has no interest in it apparently, because maybe that was already done, and he gave her a bag, and told him to, push on. It might have been early in Gloria Allred's career.
Mm-hmm.
What she said,
or even now, and he just settled it when the first phone call was made.
Yeah, sign this paper.
Right.
Thanks. Have your client sign this, and I'll pay you this retainer or whatever those criminals do. Hush the story or change the narrative. I mean, I'm sure that's what he did.
But this discussion we're having, I don't see it in the national news cycles being repeated over and over and people asking these questions.
No, I mean,
with his picture in there. R.
Kelly would have had to been there for it to be discussed, especially this week or last week. There's been a lot of art swept under the rug during his accusations, his conviction, and now his sentencing for racketeering. So, you know, this guy is the owner.
The R is for rape. The R is for racketeering. Yeah, I mean, you can call me R. Kelly. Just call me R. Kelly. Go ahead, bro.
Now you got
racketeering, rape.
You got this guy who owns WWF, WWE, WWR, and he's got these matches around the country, around the world, probably, as well as you know, these events he's setting up in every state. So, you know, when does the racketeering come against Vince McMahon? Because I'm sure he didn't just do this at his home office. It had to be done wherever the hell he went.
Correct. And your boy, Bill Cosby's cases were older than his. I think some of R. Kelly's cases were older than his. Where's the DA and the questions about should they be charging him with these criminal charges?
Yes, that's Vince McMahon. He's in my country club. There's nothing to that story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess because they don't have, it's a slippery slope because they don't have more women, I guess because listen, we know if you are one, you're going to are another one.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you know,
I don't think you can be like, I heard this person and I feel bad and, you know, I'm not going to do it again.
Cause, you know, it's not an accident.
Right.
It's something you've done. And damn it, I feel normally that you're going to be willing to do it again until, you know, you get the high again.
I guess she wouldn't really know who the limo driver was. You know what I mean? The limo driver knows what happened.
Unless they were out of town somewhere.
Right.
You know, I would assume that Jim McMahon would be using the same staff to keep him secure. You know,
limo driver could be passed away by now. We're talking 36 years.
Absolutely. So his story dies with the limo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was probably just gonna say, I didn't see nothing.
Right. Yeah. I'm in the entertainment industry, and you know, to keep my cloak of invisibility going. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Oh yeah, you know, back then they had that rape button where they push the button and that two-way glass go up and the driver can't see what's going on back there. They can hear it, but they
just knew the rape kit was going up. Yeah. At this point in the juncture, it's his word against hers because she's saying, yeah, I was there and he did this to me, and he's gonna, of course, deny it. So it's a matter of his word against hers.
And does it matter to you that she didn't get the R kit, that she didn't go to the police, and that her comment was, after that he stopped talking to me and stopped talking to me about money? Like something seems kind of off there.
It feels sort of arch. That's the stuff that an R will follow up with. As far as her, I mean, to go to this area, and
talk about your money.
Yeah, just being anonymous to the world from now on, and then have to bring this out 30 years later. Yes, what actually happened.
Well, she brought it out 6 years later, but she was saying on Geraldo's show that, and immediately after that, he stopped talking to her. Did you want him to talk to you? I mean, like,
was there anything in the safe? Geraldo, when do I go on? Hold on, we almost got it open.
You know what I mean? And we put, and you didn't leave me. Geraldo's like, you didn't leave me no booger sugar back there. My staff told me you did all the booger sugar before you came out here.
I was trying to get the story on. We just ran out of time. But it's hard to believe that there was no follow-up, even in that time when their social media wasn't as great, or everybody didn't need immediate gratification as far as the story was concerned. Why he wouldn't go after Vince McMahon to either prove or disprove this story at this time?
Bro, what she described, I don't know how you couldn't have gone to the cops.
Right. Unless the Coca-Cola was in the car already, and by the time she realized what was going on, she
he probably dangled that 500 stacks in front of her, 500,000 stacks.
Yeah, I mean,
long enough for her to not go to the cops, and all the evidence to be gone, and then he stopped calling her and returning calls. Maybe he did something like, you know what I mean? I'm sorry what happened. Keep your mouth shut. I'm gonna pay you $500,000 a year.
I don't.
And then the booger sugar wore off, and in his mind, the booger sugar wore off, and he's like, I can't pay $500,000.
That's fucking ridiculous. The female referee, nobody has money. Who cares?
It's gonna make me look guilty.
Yeah,
I explain to my wife I'm paying her more than Hulk Hogan.
Right. I wouldn't pay Hulk Hogan that for excuse me, WrestleMania.
Right.
All of a sudden, she's going to show up in Buckfoot, Iowa, and be making 500 stacks a year.
Yeah, we're gonna look her up.
Yeah.
There's her picture back there. You see behind me?
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, that's her in her wrestling uniform.
That was years ago.
Right.
There's no telling what age and nature has done to her by now, and it's probably why Vince didn't want to return the call.
And what she's alleging, the driver would have to be an accomplice. He would have to do some time of talk, because were you not screaming when he was trying to get your jeans off? That's not something that's easy to do. Were you fighting? Did he have any marks on him? Did you scratch a plug out his face? I mean, people react to R in different ways, but I'm saying though,
Yeah, he's got to know something. He's got to know something. So, A, maybe he's not in the States anymore, or B,
they're not investigating like if it was R. Kelly and his limo driver.
Yeah, he kept that job for many years, even after the incident, whether he was driving or not.
He probably got the 500 stacks. Probably told him, "Hey, look at here. I'm gonna need 500,000 a year to keep driving you."
No matter what the hell she says,
right? You're going to jail for a long time, Mr. McMahon.
Oh wow. Well, I don't want to do that. Okay, well, we can work that out for you.
Right. In fact, you drive. I'll talk.
I'll talk to her.
All right, fool. So go ahead with your final thoughts. We can close it out.
All right. Hate that this happened to be the R show. Unfortunately, there's a lot going on in this world, from R. Kelly to Ben Arflesberger to
Juice Lane Maxwell to
Deshaun Watson to R.V. Wade, which was, of course, overturned by the Supreme Court this week. And it leaves, women with different choices for their bodies, depending on the state that they live in. So, unfortunately, we are in those times. I think this is the post 45 era, where there's no justice in this world. There's no rational thought in a lot of instances. And we end up with just bad decisions being made, people being put in positions that they never thought they would be put in life. And what is there to do? The Johnny Cochran's of the world are gone. The rational thought of the world is gone. The thumbprint of the federal government has gotten much larger for individuals living in this society, especially melanated individuals. So it's, it's tough for this to be a fair and equal world. And, we have to do what we have to do as individuals in this society to treat each other kind, treat each other with some humanity, and make the decisions of this world more culpable for everyone to live free, to live just in peace and harmony. And unfortunately, every day, more peace and harmony is taken away from all of us. Whether it's a Brittany Griner over in Russia, which is R. Kelly, even though if he was did whatever he was
the R is for racketeering, or you could say rape. It's whatever.
The racketeering for R. Kelly, or even for them still going after an 80-something-year-old blind comedian. It just is it's just no end to it. So, and all we do is pray with one another, be kind to your neighbor, and do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's my final words for today.
All right, those are great final words. I'm going to wrap it up with stop the violence, stop the R, stop the P. Get yourself some help if
you try.
If you have these tendencies. Get yourself some counseling. It's a slippery slope. You're going to end up dead or in jail.
Mine was telling them no.
Yeah, but if there's any youth out there listening, get yourself some help. All right. You wouldn't want anybody doing that to your sister, daughter, brother, spouse, mom, things of that nature. So obviously there's something not going on right in your brain, no matter how much money you got, how successful you are or lack thereof, what kind of trauma you may have experienced growing up yourself personally. Get yourself some help. And for you young kids out here with these video games and living your fantasy, and you're running the street and you're carjacking people, get yourself some help. Talk to your teacher, your coach, your principal of your school would be a good place to start, an administrator with a couple degrees. Cry out for help. It's okay to ask for help. 9 times out of 10, you will get the help you need, because if you're some sort of melanated person, once you get over 13, the help you're going to get is pre-prison and then run away up to prison. So request the help when you're young. Don't be ashamed. Don't be abashed. And that's my final words for today's show. Yeah, and on top of that, lastly, for any victim of R, yes, get yourself some help. Find someone to talk to about it, some counselor, things of that nature. And I'll leave it at that. So, yeah, you guys, on the Self-Love Show, we're working to book our guests for next week. So as soon as we have that accomplished, we will get that information out to you. We do have an exciting guest already lined up for the 20th. We're continuing our house series on the 20th, Ace. This will be number 7.
All right.
Yeah, you got the chosen few. You going, Ace? You going this year?
Baseball tournament Saturday and Sunday.
All right. That's right. That's bigger than the chosen few. So, and I heard the chosen few is like $100. It's a chosen mini now. Yeah,
Yeah. I used to go out and get some tickets right in front of the gate. Somebody be selling an armband for $10.
Nice.
You're looking those days are long gone now.
Yeah, it's a felony. You sell one of those armbands now at the prices they're charging.
Yeah, it's things a digital ticket now, so you can't even get away with that. The shenanigans.
Wow, they came a long way.
Yeah,
big ups to the chosen few.
Big ups to the chosen. Get your money.
That's right. Get your money. And we'll come up with a hot topic, the hottest topic for you guys for next week. Unless you got something that you want to chop it up about.
Something I want to unpack.
Yeah, sure.
Not on the stove as of yet, but the stove is getting hot. It's getting hot. I know it'll be something I want to. I really want to delve into these damn what we talked about tonight, which is these number 1 draft picks and the I would say the skill wise depth of the NBA, but maybe that'll just be one of our side topics. But just the fact that when we were coming up, I mean, those guys on the bench might have not have been superstars, but they were solid players and for your system. Now, everybody's a 3-point shooter. They may be athletic and long and, on these jumping and weight machines, but, they're not skilled players as far as what you need done to win championships. So,
yeah, I concur.
That's why you need every team needs 3 or 4 superstars to win a damn championship.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You don't have the Vinnie Johnsons coming off the bench
who
will go 14 for 14.
Yeah, that guy there is practicing his ass off all week.
Right.
Heat up.
Right. Practicing for years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Spotlight. Yeah. Yeah. Develop that 6-man you developed on your team to get you to the point of winning a championship. Now it's
you needed it.
Yeah. Now
the 6-man starting.
Definitely by the end of the season.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. A bunch of role players, man, and but they don't even play their role. Like they don't know enough about the nuance of the game to make their team to translate it into W's.
Right. So I think that's what the league is trying to do with the G League, but the whole game has changed to the point where everybody's shooting 3-pointers. I mean, I really can't even watch the finals, watch them get the trophy and all that stuff. But,
yeah, I might get back into it, but I don't watch any of it. I plan to watch the Bears this year, but I said that last year and I didn't watch them. So, God willing, we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so as you sliding through the great city of Chicago, make sure you're checking that young blind spot. Check your 6. Keep your head on a swivel. Guide your grill. Knuckle up. And don't forget to
check in with us next week.
And don't forget to bring your mouthpiece.
Bring your mouthpiece. Checking you out next week.
Next week.